Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Domas with the message for today, the hug for today, the energy for today. And I don't know about you, but I feel like the muck, the darkness, the heavy feeling has been trying to lift up, trying to disappear, is moving. It feels like things are shifting, at least for me. I don't know about you, but it all started with just this realization, if I'm not suited for the job, I will be fired. And job can be whatever you're doing. It doesn't have to be an actual job. It can be a task, a career path, a relationship, a food that you're making, a daily routine that you're doing. If it doesn't suit you, it will just fall off. Like George Carlin said, a bad case of fleas. Like I remember his stand-up piece. It was so good, like about saving the planet, and he was saying how, the planet isn't going anywhere. We are, and the planet will shake us off like a bad case of fleas, and if plastic is the problem in the world, the world will evolve into being world plus plastic, and it's not that the planet will disappear, it's us that will disappear. And maybe that's not that bad if that's the part of evolution, that's just my thinking. Sometimes the thought of death, sometimes the thought of ending it all and everything just disappearing or failing, let's say, just seems right, so sometimes that worst case scenario, thinking about that, is not the worst case scenario. You can actually put those thoughts into action, put them in, in order, where they belong. Like yesterday I did one task at work that I haven't done before, and it felt good, but instantly I started to worry how I'm gonna have to do the same task but twice as fast tomorrow, and if I wasn't worrying about that, I would be, quitting the job and worrying about finding another job. So maybe it's best to just prevail, and just to stick to it this time, stick to whatever you're doing, stick to making YouTube content, stick to going to the gym, stick to being honest with yourself. And I will make a separate video about this, but I keep always forgetting to mention that, when I was seeing my therapist, I was diagnosed with schizotypal personality disorder, or schizotypal personality disorder. And it's not schizophrenia, but it's I don't even want to say a form of schizophrenia. It's like, let's put it like that, when you have delusions, but you're aware that they're delusions, and you understand that, what you're thinking is, as one therapist described, people with schizotypal personality disorder say like, oh, I feel like there's a presence of a strong energy in the room, like that something just entered the room and the energy just shifted. Where a person with schizophrenia would say, oh, Jesus just walked into the room, when there's no Jesus in the room. So I was diagnosed with this one, and there's like 9 traits of schizotypal personality disorder. I won't remember all of them now, but one of them is not being able to form close relationships with people, which is like the most disturbing one. And if not, like not having very close friends, like, and if you have close friends. Those close friends could be your close relatives, like mom, dad, brother, grandma, grandpa, like really, really close, you know. Another trait is like odd behavior, odd affect, odd way of speaking. So I don't know if you noticed that in my, speech or whatever. If you did, please let me know if you noticed anything like that. I think I will make a different video about just schizotypal personality disorder and living with it. That would be, I think, beneficial maybe for everybody, because for a long time I wasn't understanding. Like I realized I was different. People were telling me I was different, but I didn't feel like I didn't understand why I need to be different, like why people see me as different, like I'm trying to fit in, I'm trying to be like everybody else, but it's almost like you get either pushed out or you push yourself out of certain situations just because it doesn't suit you. Like most recent one is that stopping drinking and stopping partying. Like for me, I automatically pushed myself out, but I started to feel like I'm more myself. But a lot of people have fallen out of my context, like I don't have them around me, not because like it's just natural selection, like they don't find it interesting with me, I don't find it interesting with them. Probably that's the thing. Another trait is odd beliefs, like, and it's not particular to culture, you could be, and another trait, which I think all of these kind of intertwine, I have a feeling like, is ideas of reference. So you would have these ideas, like let's say you're walking down the street and you see number 6, and then you see number 6 on the car, and then you see number person with the t-shirt with number 6, and then you combine all of them into 666, and that today is the day of doom and something is supposed to happen. I don't do it like that. I see this as synchronicities, and they're telling me something, although lately I haven't been seeing that many synchronicities. Maybe I haven't paid attention. So it's strange, because once you're more aware of that, another trait or maybe specific thing with schizotypal is that you are aware of your strangeness, where somebody with schizophrenia will not be aware that they have these odd beliefs, or that they are sure that there's Jesus in the room. They're sure that some demon is like holding somebody's shoulders. I still feel, and this is I think where my schizotypal comes in, I still feel like those schizophrenic thoughts are valid in some sense, in some dimension. They're valued and valuable, and I feel like with people with disabilities, let's call it, like schizophrenia, it's like it's so much about how we put it into words. Let's call it a disability, or disorder. I feel like the veil for those people has been broken, which is like what everybody is walking with, this veil on their eyes, and for them that wall has disappeared, and they start to see all these illusions that in some dimension, and this is where my schizotypal comes, somebody would say I'm definitely schizotypal, is in some dimension they exist. I believe so, because for those people that's reality, and maybe somebody with schizophrenia as well, somebody else would see that in their reality. Who knows? I don't have schizophrenia. I don't see things, I don't hear sounds that are not there, Although the other day I heard the sound coming from a wall, but I'm sure it was my neighbor knocking like something just downstairs, but it really seemed like it was in the next room, but there was nobody in the next room. It was just the wall vibrating, and it seemed like it was somebody in the next room, but I know for a fact there's nobody in the next room. So I know it was a neighbor underneath me or above me. So that's it. So I'm aware, I don't think that there's a ghost living in my apartment, although I've had a thought that passed my mind, but I know that that's not real. So where do you draw the line where it's like energy and it's, psychological issues? I don't know, maybe you could let me know in the comments, and we can discuss this later, and I think I will make a separate video on how it is living with schizotypal personality disorder, even though when I went to the hospital they changed it to anxiety and mild depression, but my therapist said you definitely have schizotypal personality disorder, and when I looked at the videos I was like, yeah, that sounds like me. So for every action there's a reaction, and I hope that you make good actions today. I hope that you're loving yourself, you're loving your surroundings. Things are changing, things are shifting. It's raining today outside, but I don't feel like that bad about it. I feel quite good about it, and just wishing you a best day ever. And I hope that you feel safe and feel loved and feel grounded today, and you get a big hug from somebody. So lots of love to you, and stay true to yourself, stay true to your surroundings, stay true to your core, to your being. I know that you're doing a good job, and I'm proud of you, and keep working, keep doing a good job, because I know that you deserve what's the best in this world, and best things will come. You just need to wait and see. And those people that are working in the background, they don't need to show themselves. You're that one of those people that one day you just come out, you just show what you've done, and then you come back in. But now you are working on yourself. You don't need to be out there showing yourself to everybody. You're not that kind of person. You're working deep in the background, and you're doing a good job. So well done for you, and I hope that you know that I'm proud of you. Lots of love to you, and peace.